Welcome guys, patch 12.2 is here. Well, that means it's on test server tomorrow. So I can't actually record anything from the test server. That means I will be using some footage from this video that you see right here in the patch notes. So I'm going to put that footage, I'm going to take it, I'm going to try to blend it in, and I'm going to make sure that you miss nothing of this. I would like to give you guys my perspective on some of these things and my opinion about it. Also, there's some stuff in the patch notes that you won't be able to find in the video. The patch notes are more details. So let's get into the patch notes. First of all, of course, we get the new map, Tygo, or as PUBG now pronounce it, Tego. So I think we're going to go with Tego from here on. This is the new map that we've been talking about a lot. I made a few videos about this. It looks amazing. It's like this new Erangel-like map. It's definitely the closest we've had to Erangel, and I just simply cannot wait to play this. This map is also bringing quite a few features, some of them very controversial. Also, there are some controversial settings regarding the queues that we will get right into. First of all, Tego is, thank God, available as a featured map. You will be able to queue up for this map specifically, so that's a big bonus. Imagine if you had to queue up for all the maps and try to get this one. That would be horrible. It's also playable in TPP and FPP, but duos not available. I can definitely think of a few people that will be very sad about this. You will not be able to play this in duos, only solo and squads, including one-man squad, of course. This can also vary based on your region, but we don't know how that will be. Either way, I think this is going to be a big blow to a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know. You will get 100 players on the map, well, up to 100 players, because bots can spawn. There's going to be no red zone, which is awesome because the red zone sucks. I don't even know why we still have it. There's also wildlife. Well, that means 2 friendly bird varieties that reside throughout Tego, reacting to player movement and gunfire. I'm imagining that you could shoot at a bird. You're not going to be able to kill it, but it's going to fly away, something like that. Then there is the first controversial feature that have been teased for a long time, Comeback Battle Royale. Comeback Battle Royale means that if you die in the first phase, you will be transported to another location on the same map in the same game and then fight your own Battle Royale game in that place. And then if you survive long enough, you'll be put back into the original game where you'll be dropping out from a helicopter, landing with a parachute with all your gear, and be able to resume the game with your team. When inside this Comeback Battle Royale, you'll just be looting items and be playing this like a normal Battle Royale. I don't know how the circle settings are going to be in there because I'm thinking if it's just survive based on time, then how will you prevent that from being one big camp party, like one big hide and seek? We're going to have to wait and see that. Obviously, we cannot play today, so we won't know yet. How many people is going to die in the first phase, especially with this system out? That's probably going to be, it could be around 40, even 50. Like, it could be a lot of people. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that's going to play out. I think this sounds pretty good. It's only going to be in the first phase. I think it might be a fun take on a comeback feature. So yeah, even though it's controversial for PUBG, I kind of look forward to trying it. The next one, however, I'm not a big fan of. It is the self-AED. It's a self-revive. When you get knocked, you can self-revive. The self-revive kit, or the self-AED, is something that will be spawning around in the normal world, just like other items. However, there are some things here that I think are a little bit too controversial and honestly that I don't like so much. One of them being that you can use this in solo games. So that means I'm going to be playing solo, I'm going to be shooting a guy and I knock him and then he can self-revive. I think this is going to change a lot of the cool dynamics around solos in a negative way, I'm afraid. I'm sure it's going to bring some good stuff as well, but I'm just thinking that nice fight you have with your Kar 98 with your sniper against another guy, he peeks from a window and you quickly take him out while he's in that window. Now he will get knocked. If he's got a self-revive kit, he's gonna get knocked on the floor. That beautiful Kar 98 shot is gonna be far less satisfying because he's just gonna revive. All right, that kind of sucks, I think. I don't like the idea of that, but again, it's one of those things we need to try before we really know. Number 2 is that even if an entire squad gets knocked, if just one player in that squad has a self-revive, they will still remain knocked despite everyone being knocked until that player with the self-revive has either used it or is dead. So that basically means you can knock an entire team. They will still be able to revive. I just think that's weird. But maybe this is just a natural result of having something like a self-revive. Next up, we have 2 new weapons. However, perhaps it's only going to be 1 new weapon, because the first one, the K2 assault rifle, is a 5.56 assault rifle. When I look at these stats, it has the damage of the G36C. It has the muzzle velocity of the G36C, and it has the rate of fire of the G36C. So when I look at this, I'm like, wait, this is a G36C with burst, right? But we're gonna have to wait and see how this is gonna play. Of course, there's also a recoil element in the game, but this is, based on these stats, a G36C with burst. All right. The next one, though, the MK12 DMR, is going to be a new DMR. These stats are new. When I look at these stats, I see something that is between a mini and an SKS when it comes to the damage. The mini being 47, the SKS being 53, so this is right in the middle. And also the muzzle velocity is lower than a mini, but higher than an SKS. So this is going to be somewhere in between an SKS and a mini. And I think that's interesting. I look forward to trying this one. I think this could hit some kind of sweet spot, because you know how often when you shoot a mini, it kind of feels like it's a little bit weak sometimes. And when you shoot an SKS, you kind of feel like, oh, the bullets are so slow. This could be a good rifle. This could be a very good rifle. There's also a new vehicle, the Pony Coupe. Now, this vehicle is a 4x4 vehicle as well. And by being a 4x4, it might handle off-road quite well. It really also depends a lot on the suspension and stuff. But again, this is something we have to try out for ourselves. When you sit in the back of this vehicle, it's kind of funny. You can't shoot because there's not really a lot of room there. This vehicle is fast with a maximum speed of 150 kilometers per hour. So this is a 4x4 vehicle that's also going to be very fast. Interesting as well. There's going to be a new Survivor Pass as well that will feature Tycho-related skins. And I hope there's a lot of good stuff in there that's going to make it worth it. If you do think that it is worth your money and buying the Season Pass, please consider, before you do that, to use my creator code on PUBG.com. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Simply log in there, and then you can select my name, and I'll get a cut of what you spent. This is just an amazing way to support a creator. And honestly, you don't have to support me. You can support any creator, but I would really appreciate it. When it comes to buying skins in this game, you might have missed an offer in the past. There's now going to be a personalized shop where you're going to get personalized offers, which going to be at an extra discount, or it could be current offers that are at a bigger discount, or it could just be older skins that you missed. This is interesting, and for now, this doesn't seem like it's going to be streamer skins. I hope it's going to be like that in the future. That would be sick. But certainly keep an eye on this shop if there's a skin you missed in the past that you would like to get. Next is a huge change to the other maps. This is a gigantic loot increase by the looks of it. We're going to get loot increases on all the other normal maps by up to 128%. The way these loot increases are applied is shown right here. When I look at this, I am questioning this a little bit though, because Erangel, I don't really think it needed this big of a loot increase. I think Erangel in normal was almost perfect. I think it was really close to perfect. This is a big one. It's probably going to be fun though, because you're going to be able to get stuff more easily. And also I think the Vikendi one, I think this one is definitely missed. Vikendi is one of these with the best loot. The Vikendi loot is insane. You get snipers and DMRs everywhere, and scopes and awesome guns. It's just very, very easy to get good gear on Vikendi, yet still gets buffed the most. And Miramar, the one with the worst loot by far, is still gonna be the map of these four that's gonna have the worst loot. Now you just kind of raise the bar. Miramar is still gonna have crappy loot. It's just gonna be less crappy than before. Obviously, it's going to be increased by 128%. Bottom line, though, I'm happy to see a loot increase. I think this is good for the game, and I think it's going to make a lot of people much less frustrated when playing normal games. Getting good gear should not be exclusive to playing ranked. PUBG is also putting in some performance improvements. One of them here reduces hitching and frame drops. Hitching is stuttering. I don't know. PUBG insists on calling it hitching. This is what we all call stuttering, though. Less stutter and less frame drops. Well, that's good. And the next one does that as well. Let's hope it works. With the new patch, you're also going to be able to whisper friends on your friends list. That means write to them even while they're in the game. This is a personal message. It skips the whole group message you have going around in the lobby. However, when you are replying from within the game, you can only respond with a selectable preset response. I think this is something they do to prevent some kind of ghosting. Let's say you're trying to communicate with another player who's inside a match. You shouldn't be able to do that because that will just make teaming way easier in a way. The hideout is also getting a new crate, and what we see here is the true return of the loot crates in the game. This is not something you need a key for, but you do spend real money to buy these crates. There are some old skins that are returning, and I really think that's crappy. That really sucks, I think. However, this new M416 battle stat, I mean, that looks pretty good, I think. However, it's a 0.75% chance in a crate. So also be aware of that if you want to go for that. And there's not going to be a new progressive skin in this crate, but progressive skins are also completely unreachable to many, as it will cost you literally thousands of dollars just to upgrade them. And this leaves us to the bug fixes. There's a pretty good list of bug fixes here. One of them being that they finally fixed the recoil animation for the revolver. Yeah, it was kind of fun to use that with no recoil, but it's good that it gets fixed, right? And also, they're doing some footstep and vaulting and player sounds fixes. That's also nice. And you're no longer going to be able to float on the lobby ball anymore. I mean, you can't fly in the lobby. That was actually one of my favorite bugs in this game. Feel free to check out the bug fixes list yourself. It's a good one. So guys, that's it. This is the new map Tego. It's hitting very soon. I hope to see you on the test server, but before that, I would really like to read your thoughts about the new revive features, because those are certainly gonna provoke some different opinions there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.